From the Bob Mills Weather Center, the Oklahoma weather expert, David Payne.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Snow continues, and roads are covered, right? You guys, when you guys came in, it was what, yesterday?
Yeah.
How long have you guys been here?
A couple hours. It was starting, and once we got here, it was like, there's the crashes.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah,
It's kind of getting worse out there.
Yeah, it is. It didn't take long. Roads are going to get a little bit worse, and then they're going to get better. I mean, simply put. So, as we've said all week long, the whole worst part of this whole deal is going to be this morning for a while. It's March. The sun angle is higher. The ground's going to warm, and we're going to melt this off, at least a good chunk of this, by mid to late morning, all right? It'll take a while, but roads are going to get better. But for the next several hours, if you can stay home, go ahead, and then go into work or do what you're going to do, all right? Trackers are out in full force this morning. They're all over the place. Let's go to Brandon Pennell, get an update from Brandon, and that's I-35. There's your problem. That's why you got to go slow. Go ahead, Brandon, give us an update.
Yeah, David, we have pretty moderate snow falling right now here in Moore on 35. Traffic's moving about 20 to 25 miles an hour, so it's a slow go northbound on I-35 right now. Back to you.
That's what I-35 looks like. That's what I-40 looks like. That's what I-44 looks like. They all look like this. Your neighborhood, side streets, your parking lots, okay? The sun is still down. Once it comes up, it'll start to warm the ground, and we will start to put a dent in this snow. But right now, it is game on. All right, temperatures, here we go. We're looking at low 20s. It is cold. It is breezy. It is windy. We have teens in the west. Strongest winds are along and south of I-40, still getting gusts to over 20 here in Oklahoma City, and wind chills in the single digits. And, yeah, not zero, but close to it out in the Panhandle. Road conditions right now, covered snow, slick and hazardous from Oklahoma City back to the west, back to the north, all of the metro, not good travel at all, into northern and now pushing into northeastern Oklahoma. Southern, southeastern Oklahoma, you're in good shape. You will see some snow, though, as we get into, well, this morning and also into the afternoon. There's your National Cowboy Museum camp. Look at Guthrie Camp. Heavy snow in Guthrie, right? Just to our north up into Logan County, Northwest Expressway and Hefner Parkway. It is snow covered. And downtown, more snow falling down there. Here in Oklahoma City, 23 degrees. So between now and 9 o'clock, we're going to deal with light to moderate to heavy snow off and on. Roads are slick. They will stay slick and hazardous through 9. But I tell you what, between 8 and 9 o'clock, I think we're going to start to get a little bit better. And then from 9 a.m. to noon, light snow will begin to wind down. It will end. Maybe some light snow or flurries for the afternoon, at least early afternoon. And then for the afternoon, it's basically over with. We get above freezing, and the big melt will really, really take hold. Big band of snow moving from west to east, also pressing to the southeast. Let's zoom in here, and there it is. The darker the blue, the heavier the snow, running from central back into western, into eastern Oklahoma. So this is going to go on another several hours, right? And it's going to, again, stack up a little bit. We've had about a half an inch to an inch already here in Oklahoma City. And the yellows and the oranges on this map, that is heavy snow running from Stillwater to Mulhall to Guthrie to Kingfisher to Okarche to Thomas to Watonga. We have light to moderate snow in Oklahoma City, heavy snow in the East Metro, moderate snow down towards Norman and Purcell, and some snow showers popping up near Pauls Valley. But across the city, this is light to moderate snow running from, again, Guthrie over to Chandler and Stroud. Good snows there. So you can see where it goes from the yellow back to the green, back to the yellow, back to the blue. So it's light, it's moderate, it's heavy. It's just going to keep doing this. Northern Oklahoma, you've had snow overnight. Roads are not good here. A little bit of light snow going on up there, but the main line of snow running from Stillwater back to Hitchcock and Watonga. And there's a south metro down into southern Oklahoma. Light snow at Purcell and Wanette and St. Louis. And again, in the far north, not much happening there. Your snow basically is over with up north. So this is going to hang around. It's going to gradually just weaken and continue to push to the east and to the south as your morning moves along. So, Lace, pretty good snow so far. It looks like, right, maybe a half an inch to over an inch in Oklahoma City, and we are not finished yet.
Right, more still coming down. We have reports down from the Moore area. We've had about an inch, inch and a half, locally close to 2 inches. So there's these bullseyes where the bands have set up to be heavier, and that's where we'll have some of those higher totals. And we're still in the thick of it. This is still going for at least the next couple of hours. Then it starts to let up in intensity for sure. Reports of up to an inch, inch and a half in northern Oklahoma, across central Oklahoma, where the snow started here at about 3:45 this morning. It is heavy. And look at the totals, an inch, inch and a half. So again, you can get out, you can travel. travel. And actually what we're noticing on the roads is now that so much more traffic has started to pick up, it's becoming slushy on some of the main roadways. You can see the totals here this morning, an inch, inch and a half, closing in on 2 down on the south sides of the metro. Let me show you some of the video, though, from this morning that our trackers have captured of multiple spinouts and minor accidents. No serious injuries that we have seen with these particular folks, so that's good news. But pickup trucks having a tough time, especially when the snow initially began, and it made it very difficult to see the lines on the roads, completely covered everything. A lot of folks fishtailing and having some difficulty. We've had some folks that have ran into some of the center medians and multiple folks that have spun out. So just use caution. Let me show you what's going on right now temperature-wise. It is so cold. You get out and you maybe hit the center median or you spin out off the side of the road. It's in the 20s, but it feels so much colder. That north wind is at 20, 25, 30 miles per hour. So it feels like the single digits in low teens. The wind chill is 8 in Oklahoma City. Temperatures go from the 20s to the 30s, even some upper 30s this afternoon. So David mentioned once the sun comes up, roads start to improve. And by this afternoon, they're going to be pretty good. Honestly, you could be able to get out and travel with hardly any issues. Totals today, 1 to locally 2 inches. I do think there'll be some heavier bands off to the east that could see 1, locally 3, but again, it's hit and miss. Today, as far as ice goes, a glaze of ice down to the southeast and sleet. A trace may end up with 1/4 inch in south central Oklahoma, but the bigger story is the snow. Lighter side for sure, and we will see that wind down into the afternoon. Temperatures in the 30s today, 40s in the southwest. Tonight, temperatures will drop into the teens. It's going to be much colder overnight tonight, and then as we head into your weekend, let me tell you, it looks fantastic. Temperatures will warm from the teens into the 50s. 60s on your Sunday, 70s midweek, and there's a chance for heavy rain and storms by next Thursday. That's your full forecast. We're back with more winter weather coverage after this.